question is 33. A company's SysOps administrator has created an Amazon EC2 instance with custom software that will be used as a template for all new EC2 instances across multiple AWS accounts. The Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS, volumes that are attached to the EC2 instance are encrypted with AWS managed keys. The SysOps administrator creates an Amazon Machine Image (AMI) of the custom EC2 instance and plans to share the AMI with the company's other AWS accounts. The company requires that all AMIs are encrypted with AWS Key Management Service (OSKMS) keys and that only authorized AWS accounts can access the shared AMIs. Which solution will securely share the AMI with the other AWS accounts? A. In the account where the AMI was created, create a customer master key, CMK. Modify the key policy to provide KMS describe key, KMS re-encrypt, KMS create grant, and KMS decrypt permissions to the AWS accounts that the AMI will be shared with. Modify the AMI permissions to specify the AWS account numbers that the AMI will be shared with. B. In the account where the AMI was created, create a customer master key, CMK. Modify the key policy to provide KMS describe key, KMS re-encrypt star, KMS create grant, and KMS decrypt permissions to the AWS accounts that the AMI will be shared with. Create a copy of AMI and specify the CMK. Modify the permissions on the copied AMI to specify the AWS account numbers that the AMI will be shared with. C. In the account where the AMI was created, create a customer master key, CMK. Modify the key policy to provide KMS descroll B key, KMS re-encrypt /KMS create grant, and KMS decrypt permissions to the OZ accounts that thema will be shared with. Create a copy of AMI. And specify CMK. Modify the permissions on the copied AMI to make it public. D. In the account where the AMI was created, modify the key policy of AWS managed key to provide KMS desknb key, KMS re-encrypt /KMS create grant, and KMS decrypt permissions to the AWS accounts that the AMI will be shared with. Modify the AMI permissions to specify the AWS account numbers that the AMI will be shared with. Correct answer is B. Next question is 34. A SysOps administrator is provisioning an Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS, file system to provide shared storage across multiple Amazon EC2 instances. The instances all exist in the same VPC across multiple availability zones. There are 2 instances in each availability zone. The SysOps administrator must make the file system accessible to an instance with the lowest possible latency. Which solution will meet these requirements? A. Create a mount target for the EFS file system in the VPC. Use the mount target to mount the file system on each of the instances. B. Create a mount target for the EFS file system in one availability zone of the VPC. Use the mount target to mount the file system on the instances in that availability zone. Share the directory with other instances. C. Create a mount target for each instance. Use each mount target to mount the EFS file system on each respective instance. D. Create a mount target in each availability zone of the VPC. Use the mount target to mount the EFS file system on the instances in the respective availability zone. Correct answer is D. Next question is 35. A SysOps administrator has used AWS Cloud Formalion to deploy a serverless application into a production VPC. The application consists of an AWS Lambda function, an Amazon DynamoDB table, and an Amazon API Gateway API. The SysOps administrator must delete the AWS Cloud Formation stack without deleting the DynamoDB table. Which action should the SysOps administrator take before deleting the AWS Cloud Formation stack? A. Add a retain deletion policy to the DynamoDB resource in the AWS Cloud Formation stack. B. Add a snapshot deletion policy to the DynamoDB resource in the AWS Cloud Formation stack. C. Enable termination protection on the AWS Cloud Formation stack. D. Update the application's IAM policy with an statement for the DynamoDB delete TOB action. Correct answer is A.